Hey guys, and welcome to the next part. So in this part, we're going to do a few little quality of life thingies. So I'm first going to make a material, and we're going to call it M Glow. We're going to go into here, and we're going to change this to translucent, and we're going to make some scalars. So drag off opacity and call it a scalar parameter, and call it opacity. And by default, we can make that 0.5. And then we're going to make we're going to hold three. Sorry, no, not three. We're going to drag off emissive and do vector parameter. We're going to call it color, but we are going to multiply this, and we are going to multiply it by a scalar. We're going to call this brightness, and by default we'll make the brightness 2. So apply, wait for this to compile, and see how it looks. Okay. Now one thing I did is I went into the post process. I did this. I'm just going to undo this because I'm not sure we'll need that, but so that's default. So sorry about that. Ignore that for now. I'll just undo this. So file, save all. Now what we can do is create a material instance, and we're going to call it mi item glow, and we're going to make the opacity 0.01, but the brightness 50, and I don't know if this is going to look right, so let's see. Kind of maybe 0.1, so 500 brightness. Let's make it make the color green. Right, so 0.01. So that's kind of okay, I guess. Right, so what we're going to do now is go to our weapons, base weapon, and we're going to do a custom event, and we're going to do add highlight. So we're going to get this, we're going to do add skeletal mesh component, and we are going to get relative transform. We're going to split this, connect here, tier, make this 1.1, 1.1, 1.1. We're going to do set skeletal mesh. We're going to do get skeletal mesh, and we're going to do set material and mi glow, or what was it, item glow. And on begin play, we will do add highlight, and let's see what this looks like. So right, that's right. So we need 0, 0. So the reason it's not working is because we need to make the material work on skeletal meshes. Go to the materials and glow, and then type skeletal mesh, use with skeletal mesh, save. Wait for this to compile. So let's play again. So we've got these kind of highlights now. Not sure I like the effect. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of that awful motion blur. So go to the post process. Actually, no. Edit, project settings, all settings, motion blur. Get rid of that. That's better. But we want to. So this isn't the best looking thing ever. We'll make it better. The reason I'm going to leave it is just so you can tell the rarity of items on the ground. So we want to set vector parameter on materials. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to be kind of lazy, and we're going to go to our UI item stats, and we're going to just do this, Control C, Control V, and then connect this, and connect this. And let's see if that works. That did not work. Let's add highlights, because we are not given stats yet, so we need to add a delay, and then add highlight, It's still not working. Oh, because we didn't name our parameter, so that would be useful. And I don't think we need that delay then. Yeah, there we go. So we could probably go to mi glow and change this to just 200, 100. I think that looks a bit better. We probably want like a shimmer. So I wonder how we would do that. We want like a gradient. I'll have to look into doing that before I start messing with it in the video. But anyway, we can tell what's going on now. So we see there's a green weapon there. So that's great. So we can actually just hold Alt and drag this over here to get a new one. And we can go to, we can, first of all, go to our base weapon, weapon stats. We can make this editable. And then this way we can go to weapon stats. So we'll make this one super rifle. It's full auto, damage per bullet, 10, fire rate, 0.01, max rounds, 500. And it's a legendary. Save. So now we got the legendary over here. Super rifle. As you can see, it just absolutely dominates. It spawns stuff too fast even. So we'll actually add a delay to the 0.025, I guess. Let's see. All right, so we've got that now. So what else can we do? Well, there's quite a bit we could do, really. Why don't we make it so we can headshot this guy, just because that's funny. So base character. Bone name contains to string contains item contains string. There we go. Now we need to go to the physics asset. So let's just go to the. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. Go to this guy. Where's the physics asset? Here's the physics asset. So what is this? Head. Okay, so that's just it. So it contains head, death, we'll add a variable, an input, and we'll call it headshot. So if we get a kill and it contains head, then we will do, get this, hide bone by name, head. All right. So let's see what this can do. It cannot work, for one thing. Head PPO terminate. Was that it? Why is that not working? So let's print string. So let's get what the name actually is, the bone we're hitting. None. Sorry, let's just see why this is going wrong. So we've got the hit. Direction. Damage actor. something with the physics asset that you need to turn on? Sorry, I just want to make sure this works before I recommend changing it. Oh, I know it's something. You know what it is? It's this. It's return. No, it's not. It's material. Return material and move physics. So is it? Yeah, it's simulation generates hit events. No, it's not it. Why is that not working? I've done this so many times. I don't know why it's not working. More scale 1. There we go. Okay, just ignore scale. So let's see if this works now. Alright, so his head's disappearing. Now we want to do something a little bit fancier. Spawn emitter attached. Attached to mesh. Head. Now we need to put this before... actually, we're going to have to connect this to the neck, because if we connect it to the head, because the head is being scaled down, it's not going to do anything. So we'll do muzzle. So we'll figure out what the neck bone is. Neck 01, copy selected bone names. So let's see what that's like. Alright. Scale, we'll make it 3, 3, 3. Just so it's a little bit more obvious. You know what, let's FX explosion. Interesting. So yes, let's just go to this. Yeah, we'll just do the explosion. It's fine. So we'll do required emitter duration 1, 0.5, 0.4, lifetime 0.3 to 0.6. Sphere, we want to make it 10, 20. 10 would be good. And size by life, I don't like that. Let's make it 2, 2, 2. Initial velocity, we can make this 50, 50, 100, negative 20, negative 20, negative 10, negative 20. I think that's a little bit better. So let's, oh, we need to change the explosion. Alright, so we can now blow up our robot's head. That's fun. We should make it so we can blow off his arm. Why not? So let's see. Clavicle. So we need to check if it contains any of these. And you know what? We'll do that in a different video because it's going to take a little bit of time. And it's... I've shown you how to do it for one bone. So you can kind of do it for the other bones. I'll do it in a future video. But now we can have headshots, and that's good. So that's fun. So what else should we do? I guess we should make a HUD so we can tell our ammo. So we'll do umg HUD, umg HUD, and we were just going to anchor this to our so we'll make a border and brush color black 0.5 alpha, and we'll add a shear of 0.5, 50, 10, 20, negative 20. Put this one over here. And we will do text block, and we're going to have to make a binding for this. So get player pawn, cast to first person character, promote to character. We'll do that on construct. And then we want to get weapon. You know what? We'll make a new custom event. Update weapon. So we'll get character, get weapon, and I think we can go from there. So text, bind, weapon stats, no, rounds remaining. You know what, let's just remove that binding. Let's create a binding. We want to get weapon. We'll do convert to validate to get rounds remaining to string, append, connect this here, add a dash and some spaces, and then get weapon stats, split, max rounds, connect this. So now we will go to our first person character and event graph, or was it? So let's make some comments. Tick, ADS, interact, reload, and I forgot what we were doing, so we were doing the HUD, so we want to do begin play, create widget, HUD, add to viewport, and now let's see here. So we've got our HUD there, pick this up. Oh, we need to interact. So save HUD as a variable. HUD. And if we pick up a weapon, now we can get rid of this actually. If we pick up a weapon, where was that? Interact. Cast a weapon. Get HUD. Update weapon. So we need to just make that a little bit bigger. So the border, we can make this 200 maybe by 100. No, 75. But then maybe make the font a little bit bigger, 30. And we can do 55 out of 55. Right, so that's a little bit too big now. So let's make it 175 by 50. And we can center this, and center this. Now, you know what? We can make this 75 since it'll center it. That looks good. All right. So the only thing we need to do is get rid of our highlight, because we don't need that. So weapons, space weapon. So event remove highlight. So on pickup, we want to add highlight. No, remove highlight. And on drop, we want to add highlight. And on begin play, we want to delay get attach parent actor equal none. So if we're not attached to anything, we'll add the highlight. So that's that. So let's test this out. Pick up, didn't work. So we want to pick up remove highlight because we didn't actually set anything. Duh. So promote this to a variable highlight comp. So remove highlight, get highlight comp, convert to validated get, remove destroy components. Okay. So now let's try. So pick up the legendary. Pick up this. And I see that's going a little weird, so let's just fix that real quick. Characters, material, sorry. Common world item stats. So we want to actually skip this for the target, and let's do 0.75, and time is 30. And you know what? We can even make this fancy. We'll add some lerps. So f interp v interp 2. So current luck, delta time, interp speed, we'll make it 3. And so on begin play, we need to set current lock to get actor location. And we'll also need to f interp 2, troll, and promote to variable, and we'll do yaw, connect this to delta time, and we'll make it 3. So we need to actually set yaw. We need to set current lock. And we're just going to do set yaw. We want to, just so it starts out looking pretty decent, just connect this there. So I think that should look pretty nice now. Whoops. So lock at actor location, we want to do this, and we want to change it to move a bit faster, so we'll do 6 and 4. So let's see how this looks. We need to do rotation for this. So get rid of yaw. Sorry about that. Combine R interp 2. So let's name this rot. Set rots. Delta speed 4. Break. Yaw. That should work now, I hope. Yes, it looks good. So we can really, I don't know, we can increase the speeds a little bit. And let's change this to 0.6, I think. Okay, and we lost the color again. Why did we lose the color? Oh, right, because we got this delay. Okay. So we need to set rot as well at the begin play. So let's see now. I think that looks pretty decent. Alright, so that's that. So this video is getting a bit long, so let me wrap it up. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, where I think we can start finally working on the AI. We'll get something going. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.